All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Paige Becker is now one step closer to getting her first national championship. The UConn women's basketball team is Final Four bound. The Huskies defeated the University of Southern California in the Elite Eight last night, so they're heading to Tampa next for the Final Four. We're going to have a lot more on that. The highlights coming up for you in just a few minutes, but good morning to you and happy Tuesday. Thanks for being with us here at Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning. Let's get over to the third member of the broadcast team today. Meteorologist Matt Scott joins us with the forecast after a tumultuous night.
Yeah, a little rain last night. Some of you get some of the thunderstorms. Some of you getting close to 2 inches of rain, so quite impressive. Now, that is all long gone, thankfully, and it's a quieter forecast for your Tuesday. The rain just about done. A little drippiness left over this morning. The winds are kicking up. They're out of the northwest now, so that drier Canadian air is keeping the numbers down to a more seasonal level. A couple more cracks at some rain before the work week and the weekend are done. We'll talk about that coming up. Here's the radar over the last few hours, and you can see there goes the main band of rain. We'll switch over to the live radar just to show you a couple of light showers, mainly from Long Wharf down through Milford, Stratford, Bridgeport. So if you're driving southbound on 95 or the Wilbur Cross or the Merritt, you're going to be kind of running, running into this. It's not much to run into, but at least it's going to hamper your commute. At least the visibility is better than it was yesterday. Remember that? Off towards the west, nothing doing. So a quieter forecast emerging. 42 in Hartford, 46 in New Haven. Temperatures are up. Winds are up. Look at this. Sustained winds, double digits everywhere you look. Wind gusts now look at New Milford at 41 mile per hour in the last hour. So yeah, it is a bit of a windy Tuesday. Temperatures, again, topping out where they should be, into the low 50s. We've got numbers all over the place. We've got rain all over the 7-day. We'll talk about that coming up. 6:02. Let's talk traffic right now. See who's going slow all over the state right now, Tim.
Well, we're just happy to be doing some reports from Sherman right over there on the New York border, where Route 37 is closed at Chimney Hill Road because a tree came down. It's blocking all lanes. So if you're coming there from the east, you might have to take Route 39 down south and then Leech Hollow Road over. There you go. We're just happy to do some reporting from Sherman. Fairfield County starting to get a little more congestion. See that 95 South Bridgeport to Fairfield now taking about 10 minutes as people are tapping the brakes a little more. Going the other way is still good. Darien to Westport, and on the Merritt, Trumbull to Westport, you're averaging about 60 miles an hour. Taking a look out on the roads a little further north, I-91 in Meriden, seeing a lot of red lights out there. People are moving maybe a little slowly, but volume's starting to pick up. And this is what it looks like on I-84 in Hartford, where things are running smoothly. Well, one person is dead after a shooting with Bridgeport police.
Fox 61's Kayla Cade is live at the Bridgeport Police Department with what led up to this shooting. Kayla, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, the shooting happened yesterday evening on a driveway on Closem Street, but the situation actually started one street over on East Main Street when police actually responded to a large street fight just before 6 p.m. Bridgeport police say they received reports that the people involved in the fight were armed. A short time later, officers in the area say they tried to stop one of the suspect's vehicles. Investigators say that the suspect then got out of the car and started to run. Police say at least one officer chased after them to a driveway on Closem Street, and that's when police say the shooting happened. Officers also say they later found a firearm in the driveway. The suspect was taken to the hospital and had surgery, but died last night. Right now, we do not know the name of the person who was shot or how many officers may have been involved. The Office of the Inspector General is now investigating, and we know that the officer or the officers that were involved are on modified duty until the investigation is complete, and we will keep you updated as we learn more details. In Bridgeport, Kayla Cade, Fox 61.
I think the confidence that we have in Paige and Sarah specifically makes everybody on our team feel really, really, really assured that I just have to do my part, and it'll be good enough.
Coach Gino Auriemma and the UConn women's basketball team heading to a record 24th Final Four.
Yeah, the women got a little bit of revenge after USC beat them earlier this season. They soundly beat them last night to keep their hopes of a national championship alive.
Fox 61's Keith McGilvery is live up in Stores, the basketball capital of the world. Certainly things are coming alive. Maybe they're sleeping, recovering from the celebration last night, but really, really exciting news. Keith, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Erica. You have a college student, you know, most of them are asleep right now, but when they wake up, this place is going to be rocking because the UConn women are one step closer to a national championship, making it from the Elite Eight to the Final Four with a 78-64 win over USC. Talk about sweet revenge this morning, the confetti moment after the victory. Love the excitement there. The big win last night in large part due to superstar Paige Beckers with 31 points, 7 rebounds. This, in fact, her third straight game with 30 or more points. We heard from her after the game.
I think just playing a lot of basketball, getting a lot of reps at it, having a great team that has so much confidence in you, a coaching staff that has so much confidence in you and just builds you up so you feel confident in these moments. But none of it would happen without the team and everything that goes into a performance. So just trying to read what the game is calling for, read what we need at that moment, at that time, whether it's passing, rebounding, scoring, just trying to do whatever it takes to win.
When you listen to these young women after their games throughout the season, they really speak to that teamwork, and it was on display last night. Freshman superstar Sarah Strong had an excellent game herself, 20 points and 17 rebounds from her. Listen to what her coach had to say.
There's a way that you win these games, and generally speaking, they are, on the backs of one or two particular players that are going to put the team on their backs and get us to the next level, to get us to the Final Four. And obviously Sarah and Paige both did that tonight in their own way.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to keep on dancing into the Final Four. The number 2 seed Huskies will take on the number 1 seed UCLA. They're heading from Spokane, Washington to Tampa, Florida for that action. I've been saying, Tim and Erica, I have my Huskies sweater on this morning, ready to trade it in for a tank top to see these ladies dominate down in the Sunshine State. I'm live at the campus of the University of Connecticut. In Stores, I'm Keith McGilvery, Fox 61. Go UConn.
Go UConn, yeah. Thanks, Keith.
Tampa's where the UConn men won their first national championship. Maybe it's where the women can win their 12th. Keith, thank you.
Fingers crossed, knock on wood, right? And you can get ready for March Madness with the UConn Huskies and Fox 61 Plus. Streaming right now on Fox 61 Plus, a special look at the Huskies' road to the championship. Fox 61 Sports Director Jonah Karp takes an in-depth look at the UConn women's team and their path to the championship. Just download the Fox 61 Plus app on your TV and you can check it out for free.
Developing now, a father and his 2 sons have been arrested in Hamden. And in this case, the father had worked to turn his life around after his brother was shot and killed years ago in New Haven. So much so that the father started a nonprofit group called Ice the Beef. It was meant to stop violence amongst young people. But now he's in trouble with the law. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot spoke to members of his community about the arrests.
Alex Sr. and his 2 sons were arrested last week on a number of charges, including operating a drug factory. This comes as a shock to some in the New Haven area, as he was one of the co-founders of Ice the Beef, a nonprofit for at-risk youth, after his brother was killed years ago. Daryl Alex Sr. turned his life around from drug dealing and street violence in 2011 when his brother was shot and killed. He helped start a nonprofit called Ice the Beef, which aimed to end violence in New Haven by bringing young people together. But on March 24th, he and his 2 sons were arrested on charges that went against Ice the Beef's mission. Leonard Jihad, the executive director of Connecticut Violence Intervention, worked with Alec in the past on violence prevention programs and was surprised to hear about his arrest.
It's tough. I don't know the factors that contributed to him going into the lifestyle which subsequently led to this arrest. But I know prior to that, everyone did expect him to retaliate after his brother was killed. He had come to my office to tell me his plans, that we were introduced. And then from that time, all I knew was great work that he was doing, to try to get ahead of violent crime and then also retaliation.
Jihad tells me Alec recently stepped away from the foundation to help his kid's music career. We reached out to Ice the Beef for a comment and have not heard back. Middletown and Hamden police worked together on this arrest. Alec is free on bail and his 2 sons are still in custody. All 3 men have court appearances in April. In Hamden, Kate Pattyfoot, Fox 61.